Hello everybody, today we are going to be talking on surrendering to God's protection. Let me tell you a story. I can remember when I was in the university, I found out that before something bad happens, either I left the place or I had just passed the place. I stepped out from my place of residence to visit a friend. So while I was leaving, I stepped out of the gate. I saw some guys. There were about 6 guys on a bike. We crossed. I stepped out from the gate and left. Next, I heard the gate closed and locked behind me. So I was wondering why they locked the gate, but I focused on where I was going to. So I got to my destination and spent barely 30 minutes there. When I came back to my residence, the residence was a lodge, just like a hostel, where we had other students staying there. We were about 50 residents in the place. So there was chaos when I came back. And I was like, what happened? I asked them what happened. And I asked them what happened, and they said they just got robbed. I said, damn now. I just left. I've not spent up to 30 minutes and you guys were robbed. They said yes. That immediately I stepped out, that the guys I saw stepping in were robbers. I said, but I did not see them with any guns. They said they had pistols. They carried out the robbery in 10 to 15 minutes and left. Took their phones, took those that were around, their rooms were open, entered the rooms, took some things and zoomed off. This didn't happen once, it didn't happen twice. Sometimes I will board a public transport and I'll hear in my spirit, get down, enter the next one. And I will get down, enter the next one. And the one I came down from had an accident. This was a usual occurrence. God was saving me and protecting me at every step of the way. In our journey of faith, we face 2 distinct realities. Whether we choose God, that's choose to follow Christ, or we don't. Whether to stand with Christ or be in Christ's protection and in his embrace, or face the attack of the enemy. We can't control the enemy or stop the enemy from plotting and scheming against us, but we can triumph over the schemes and plans of the enemy. You can detect and decide not to serve God, but you cannot detect how and why your enemies plan against you. You can't detect the schemes and the sacrifices that they make against you. You can't do that. You can say, okay, I don't want to serve God, I don't want to go to church, I don't have anything to do with God. But you must choose one. It means that you have left yourself for the enemy to use. Everyone at a point in their life must have an authority over them. It can be spiritual and it can be physical. If you are living in a country, your president has an authority over you. His actions and inactions decides your fate. If you're living in a state, the governor's actions and inactions affects you. If you're living in a local government. Also, if you're living in a community, the elders of your community, the chiefs, the high chiefs' decisions, actions and inactions affects you because they are the authority of your residents.